Hello, I'm Dana Sparks, broker with Maximum One Greater Atlanta. And today's contract tip has to do with the seller's rights on the financing contingency exhibits in the GAR contract forms. So on all of the GAR, Georgia Association of Realtors, financing contingency exhibits, there are some rights afforded to the seller. Listing agents, y'all should definitely take advantage of these rights afforded between the parties. So after a buyer's financing contingency has expired, at that point, the seller has the right to request evidence of the buyer's ability to close. So at that point, the seller needs to write up a notice requesting the buyer's ability to close. And it is in the paragraph after the financing contingency exhibit on all of the financing exhibits in the GAR contract forms. A lot of acronyms there. Anyway, it says if the financing contingency exhibit ends without the buyer terminating the agreement, the seller has the right but not the obligation to request that the buyer provide evidence of ability to close from the lender. And so what this is the seller is requesting a loan commitment letter from the buyer's lender, and it must include the type, amount, and terms of the loan, as well as any conditions to further to fund the loan. The buyer at that point has 7 days to furnish the seller with this loan commitment letter. The only caveat to this is a seller may not request this evidence of ability to close within the last 7 days prior to closing. The other right that the buyer gives to the seller and the listing agent in a financing contingency in the GAR exhibits is the authorization of the buyer to release information to the seller and to the brokers regarding the loan. So the buyer, when they sign this exhibit, gives the seller and the listing agent, listing broker, and the buyer's broker for that matter, permission for the lender to communicate with those parties specifically regarding A, the status of the loan, application, B, the buyer's financial ability to obtain the loan, and C, whether or not the buyer has provided the lender with all of the documents required by the lender to process the loan, D, whether and what conditions remain to complete the loan, and finally, the last thing is the basis for a loan denial should the buyer get denied for the loan. So again, Dana Sparks, broker with Maximum One Greater Atlanta. Hope you enjoyed those contract tips on the Georgia Association of Realtor loan exhibits.